Hey everybody, Tony Wallow, Jeff Ryman. Welcome into today's episode of Daily Davinci. Real quick audio check, even though I do trust the mixer. Excuse me, and the mixer does show we have audio, so it's good. Doug, I hate to run you off. It was a joy hosting your show. Good to have you. Hope your day's going well. Hope all's good out there in California. Welcome into Daily Davinci, March 1st. My goodness, it's March 1st already, 2023. Yes, I have changed the background temporarily to reflect Mrs. K and I. Yes, you can actually see I do not keep a beard all the time. Lately, I've kept a beard for some reason. Let's jump into Daily Davinci. I should get Gillette as a sponsor, huh? I really should. Just to get a sponsor would be cool. Today's video is brought to you by Stop the Madness. Don't watch Ken Stout live. So let's jump over here to the brick wall. Double click on that. Oh, I should have done this on Doug's where I adjust my glasses 2 or 3 times like he does. I understand that though. I do the same thing. I really do get that. I try to be conscious of that. So a couple things were pointed out to me on this particular one. Now, I was using it in Zoom as my background. I was just messing. Yeah, great guy. Not Davinci. Go back to the technical crap. Bobby Warren says they got to go to T-Mobile to get her a new phone. I would be interested in knowing why you need to go to T-Mobile to get her a new phone. I would really be interested in knowing, did she receive an SOS from T-Mobile? And if so, my instincts and guts and just my personality tells me that's probably some kind of a scam, and just reset the phone. Now, the problem with resetting the phone is if you don't have things going up to the cloud, you're going to lose everything that you had, your pictures, your contacts, your documents, whatever. If it's in the cloud, you won't do that. I've actually done that a couple times. Anyway, we're done with the technical stuff. My technical mind was actually losing it. So, back to this. I just put the color in there to bring out the color. I can change this color to literally whatever I want. And the thing that, again, the thing I really like about DaVinci Resolve as opposed to a couple other ones I tried is as I am changing this color, I can see the effect. And if I go over here and I say, oh, nope, 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 I can kind of get what I like. So I'm going to go, I don't know. I could let you guys in chat decide. It says no service. Did you turn it off and back on? I'll do my best to keep up with chat. So I'll go with this color for right now. And hit OK. And I can do the same thing with the word brick. Missing brick. Now, pardon me. I didn't notice until this morning that I capitalized the I for some reason, so I'm going to go in there and fix that. And I have no idea how I did that, except I probably held a doggone shift down or had capital locks on and didn't even realize it. And then we can change that color by grabbing the eyedropper, and I think we can, no, I can't. Now see, that's weird. I should be able to click on that eyedropper and grab that color. But I can't. Now, why is that? What if I bring this over here? What if I go back to here? What if I grab the eyedropper now, go up here? Nope, I still can't. That's interesting because we did it. We demonstrated this last night on a project I was doing that I actually was able to grab said eyedropper and change the color of the font. So I don't get it. Easy squeezy. We'll come back over here to this one. We'll click on color. I will highlight it, copy, cancel, go over to this one, click on color, highlight it, delete, Control V, hit OK, and it's now the same color, although it doesn't look to be the same color. Yes, I did. I will try my Verizon SIM card in her phone. It still says SOS, and she and I try her SIM card on my phone. It says T-Mobile. Wintermute is probably the person to reach out to. You got me on that. I wish you all the luck in the world and hope you get it fixed. Back to this. So, a couple other little things. You can tell I was well prepared for this today. You can also, at the same time, when you change your font, it changes the font. As you scroll through here, it changes the font. Another thing that I like, because you don't have to apply it and then go back and look at it. Now, I am later today I'm going to use action for right now, only because it's there. I'm going to move it up just slightly. And I'm going to reduce the size just a little bit. When you move the size, it's just actually filling in that circle. So I'm going to put this about right there or so. And then you can track it out. I don't want to do that either. Double click to put it back. I'm going to actually make this rotate like I have in the Ken Stout Live logo. It's got the YouTube and my Ken Stout Live going around. What else do I want to cover? So I'll leave that font like that for right now. I'm going to go back to action. You can just scroll through here. This one's called Algerian, I guess. That's not bad. I don't like how, because the size, I like the blockness of it, or the 3D-ness of it. Airplane, I don't get that at all. That just looks like a bunch of, or airliner, not airplane. That one's kind of cool. I could go through these fonts. I've never gone through all my fonts. There's one down here called Christmas. I think I can type in C. Well, let me figure out how to do it. It's been a while, and I normally don't do well doing this. Yeah, that goes down to the C's. And then go in here to Christmas snow. It's all right. I think I can change this color to maybe show it a little bit better. Yeah, that's not too great actually. White's not going to work, obviously. Although I think the background snow could be a little bit better. Now I'm just going to cancel that and I'll go right back to where it was. So I'm not keeping Christmas snow. I'm going to go back to action. Kind of like that one action. That was kind of cool for now. What else? Oh, I was suggested to figure out something with the brick. If I go to the diffusion page, then I'm going to get this. So I don't want that. I'm going to take that away. I'm going to take this, put the playhead over it. You don't have to have the playhead at the beginning or the end. It can be anywhere. And I'm going to go back to Fusion, and now I'm going to have the brick. That's what I want. Move this over here. It was suggested that I make the brick smaller, and I forget the other suggestion. So I'm going to see if maybe I can make that brick smaller. And full disclosure, right now I have no idea how I'm going to do that. Let me come back over here a minute. Now that's interesting. Over here, I've tabbed the bottom out, and over here it's back in there. That's just interesting. I suppose if I zoom this, it's going to be the whole picture. That's what I thought. Okay, so let's put it back to its normal size. Let's go back over to Fusion and attack this from a fusion perspective. Go look at chat real quick. Bobby Warren and Wintermute are another Doug reference, chatting back and forth about the iPhone, which is great. That's another thing I love about the community, is that we are very helpful with one another. And I do mean that very sincerely and very genuinely. It amazes me across the board. Doug's channel, my channel, probably even Carrie's channel to a certain extent, the amount of knowledge that exists and the amount of helping one another that exists. It blows me away. It really does. And I'm very flattered to have you guys join me every day and every night and do what we do. Back to Daily Davinci. Smaller text to put just horizontal near the fingers. Okay, let's do this. Let's not go to Fusion. Let's go over here to the color page, and I'm going to go ahead and create an alpha node. And you guys seen this several times last night. We're going to create an alpha node. I'm going to get rid of those fingers, or at least I'm going to try to get rid of those fingers. I'm going to go to the power window. I'm going to go to this tool they call the feather. I think some of my breakfast is still stuck in my throat. And I'm just going to real quickly mask this out by coming down here and grabbing the fingers. And I'm doing this haphazardly because it's a tutorial / Daily Davinci / do I really know what I'm doing? I forgot to say I'm confused and don't know what I'm doing during Doug's. I got a co-host for him again soon. I'll get with him on that. And I know that Doug knows I'm just kidding. So, there's just that easily. I know. Someone in chat's going, but Ken, you were going to mask out the fingers. You masked out the image. I did, you're right. And there's going to be a problem. Now, can I take this out? Yeah, I can. Now that the problem is, good idea. Again, I'm on the right tracks with the wrong train. This is a great idea. Oh no, not the good fingers. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the, just get a big axe and chop it off. Amputate. I wonder if I go back over to the edit page now and I bring this back over here and bring that back over there. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So now, well, that's a horrible job of masking. You can see finger right there. Of course, it should be horrible. I said it was going to be horrible. Back to the color tab. So that idea is not going to work. What if I don't do that? What if I try to figure out how to use the clone tool and clone all of this over the hand? Good idea. Do I remember how to do it? The clone tool is not done in the color, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to go over here to Fusion. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to bring up a paint node. And I'm going to go into paint. And I'm going to go to, I think it's up here, the apply mode. This is the clone tool right here. It says clone. But before we do that, we're going to bring this down so that I can see it. We're going to click on clone. I want the opacity to be full. I've never ever changed anything. Stroke controls. So if we grab this and then we stop, that's not working. I'm supposed to be able to paint over that. This is my source, and then when I move this, it actually paints over it. I've done this enough times. I really ought to know what I'm doing. Doggone it. Go catch up on chat. Oh, no, not the Clone Wars. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, it's the Clone Wars, but the Clone Wars are not working. Why is it not working? I go to fill, grab some goofy color. I can do that. So that works. If I go to clone, I can't, it's not clone. Oh, now it's kind of cloning. Now we'll check it out. If I move over the fingers, no, it's not cloning. It's just because if I move over here, it's not cloning. So I got to have, how do I do that? Doggone it. I want clone, right click. No. There's got to be two X's on here. There's got to be a source X and a target X. And all you do is when you get the, am I on the right thing up here? Multi-stroke. Uh-oh. No. Go back over here. Clone. Try overlay. Hell, I don't know. No, not overlay. Opacity's got to be up. That's got to be there. Size has got to be. That just affects the size of that. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm painting. I'm not cloning. Actually, it looks like it's on eraser. So there's clone. I'm on the clone tool here. Is this clone as well? Clone. Guess it's back to school I go. All right, Bobby. Hopefully you get your friend's phone fixed. I wish you the best of luck on that. Brian Lightfoot says, I would clone the gray brick in the back of the hole instead of the surrounding brick. Yeah, what I wanted to do is once I kind of hopefully figure this out, is I want to grab this entire area right here and clone it to the brick, which this is not cloning, I don't think. If it is, I'm shocked. Because I'm lazy, I want this to be bigger, and it's actually not changing it like it should. Looks like it's just pixelating it. Doesn't look like it's cloning anything at all. To me, it just looks like it's pixelating. I have cloned things before. I'm just brain dead right now. And I am obviously not able to figure out what it is I need to check. Good thing Alex is not watching. He'd be saying, Ken. Copy rectangle, fill, paint group. It's not there. We have the clone. I don't need a media pool open. I have the clone tool checked here. I have the clone tool checked there, which is kind of redundant, but it is what it is. I have the clone tool checked here. Don't think it's in brush controls, although you can change the brush control to this, and then you get that. So that's not it. Tablet settings, don't care about the size. I have the clone tool checked here. Merge. Let's see what that does. Oh, that just paints it. Get rid of that. Stamp. Oh, this is frustrating and embarrassing. Text. Don't really see that that's doing much either. Go back to chat. Send me that brick wall image. Yeah, I will do that, Brian. I will send it to you. So, and I'm gonna feel real stupid. I'll go in there and I'll watch like about 3 seconds of the tutorial. And I'll go, oh, I could have had a V8. Of course, I knew that. There for a long time, I absolutely refused to watch tutorials, and I wanted to stumble and mumble. I wanted to stumble and mumble like Keith Jackson. Hello, everybody. Big old Keith Jackson. And that's horrible. I haven't done him in a long time. But then, A wise man from California told me there's nothing wrong with watching tutorials. There's nothing wrong with learning. Actually, I think someone in North Carolina told me that as well. But come to think of it, I think everybody in Zoom told me that one time. They were all ganging up on me and picking on me. Anyway, let's get out of this. I'm going to just hit Control Z. So now we're back to the original image. I will send this to Brian. He's going to mess with it in what he uses. And he made a comment last night on Zoom that no matter what you're using as far as editing goes, it's all basically the same. He picked up on things that I'm doing that he's done before. It's kind of like an Apple and an Android. It's just different languages. Photoshop, Sony Vegas Pro, ShotLink. Well, it's not ShotLink, it's Shotcut. I call it ShotLink because of the golf reference. Har, har, har. What else? I don't know. Now I could pause this temporarily and maybe go look at a quick tutorial, but I'm not going to do that. It is frustrating. I got the picture off of Google. I went to Google last night. I'll find it in a minute. Give me a second. I went to Google last night and I put in brick wall with missing brick images, and then I clicked on view all, and then I scrolled through here and tried to find the one I liked the best that I could get for free, and did not have, I think this one. Yeah, I like this one, but it's got the watermark, and I'm just too lazy to go in there and remove the watermark. So then I thought, okay, you guys have heard me mention Pixabay before. I'll go to Pixabay. It's got everything you want. And again, I put in brick wall missing brick, and it comes up with nothing for free. And it actually didn't bring these up. So let's go change our search and just put in brick wall. I was really disappointed in Pixabay. I think they've changed some things because it used to be free. It really did used to be free. But these are all sponsored with a limited deal. You got to pay for them. And I absolutely refuse to pay for them. Go over here with this one. Go to photos. It's still, I got to pay for it. Right. Royalty free does not mean free. Yes, very true. However, Pixabay prides itself on saying you can get all this stuff for free, and as you can see, this one you can't. So I went back to this one, and I went through here and I found the one that I got. And the only reason I got that was because it was a JPEG, number one, and number two, I could download it for free. And it kind of sort of fit what at the time I was trying to do, which was in Davinci. I wanted to have this image with that around it, with me in the middle on Zoom as my background. And it was just real hurriedly done, real quickly done. I wanted to see if I could do it, and I could. Whenever I get an image, whatever image I'm looking for, I usually jump to Google and type it in and go with that. I kind of like that one. Let's see if that one's free. So that's a JIPTTC, whatever. I'm not going to mess with it. I could grab it and convert it, and it might work. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. We'll see if that works or not. So I have this cool little program here somewhere called Shutter something. Here we go, Shutter Encoder. So apparently I need to update it, so I'm not going to update it right now. Do that later. And how this works is you grab your file, bring it in here, Then you come down here and find what you want to do. You choose your function. I want this to be a JPEG, which is down here. So I click JPEG. I just throw it right back in downloads. As you all know, my downloads is my catch-all everything. Once I'm satisfied, I never change anything over here. I hit start function. And just like that, it's done. I'll close this. I'll bring my downloads back up. And then there should be two images, one of the JFIF and one of the JPEG. So I use that a lot. And I convert a lot of stuff using that. There's other ways to do it, I'm sure. I think someone told me at one point in time VLC can do the same type of function. I just use it in there. So now if I wanted to, I could go to the media pool. I could go grab media. I could grab from the downloads the JPEG. I could get this one out of the way. I could bring this one down, put it in its place. And not bad. I would have to make some adjustments to some things should I decide I wanted to use that one. First and foremost, I'd have to come in here to the layout and change my brick back to there, and then bring it down, and then bring it over. I mean, obviously we know it's a missing brick. Duh. Again, I was just messing around. Let me go catch up on chat. Jeff says, that's kind of ironic. Jeff says, .ji or JFI, whatever that is, a GIF is a variant of a JPEG, so it's easy to convert. Yeah. I stumbled across that literally back in the beginning because I was having all kind of problems. So it was kind of cool to run across it, other than doing it the way I used to do it, and that was really, really rough. What are we coming up on here? 18 minutes. Anybody got any questions or like me to try to demonstrate anything else? And if anybody says cloning, I'll put you in the waiting room. Oh, wait, I can't put you in the waiting room. I don't have Zoom running. Doggone it. Tony Wallow says, Jiffy? Yes. Yes. There's a joke I have running through my head, but I'll keep it to myself at this particular time. Let me go back over here on this one a minute and see if I can do that. Go back into layout, see if I can match. That's pretty much, I'm basing it off of this line right here. That looks pretty close to me. So if we go back and replay this minus me, it zooms in still, and I need to speed that up a little bit so that it coincides with the missing brick coming in. Why is it still moving? It should not be moving. It actually stops. Now the playhead's going to move because I have this over here. So that is that. Anybody got anything else they would like me to fail at demonstrating? For those of you that are dabbling in Davinci Resolve, I'm not going to mention any names or anything. I could give a geographical location. You might be able to figure it out. If you want to change projects, don't do what I used to do. I used to come up here and I'd be working on a project and I'd get another brilliant idea. So I'd just come up here and make sure it was saved, and I'd close Davinci Resolve. Well, you don't have to do that. Let's colorize that brick. Oh my gosh, Brian. Sure. Let's colorize that brick wall. He really wants me to do something. So do I want this one? As long as I leave it in the media pool, it's good. I'm going to get rid of it. Now, to get rid of things, you got to make sure you're on it, highlighted. You don't have to. You do not have to have the playhead over it. As long as it's highlighted, you hit the backspace, and it goes away. Sometimes when you hit delete, it gets rid of everything. Sometimes. As I just demonstrated, it did not that time. I'm not sure. Maybe if you hit delete there, now something's got to be highlighted. So I always make sure it's backspace. So Brian seriously wants to colorize this wall. Before we do that, if you're in Davinci and you want to change projects, come up here to File, Project Manager. You don't have to close one that's saved. You just double click on your new one and it'll open if you want to jump back and forth between projects. If you want to open a new project, what you have to do is right click, close. That'll close that and it brings up the untitled project and you can do your new project. I'm going to humor Brian. Yes, in DaVinci Resolve, backspace is the new delete. I've actually used backspace and it works. I've actually used delete and it works. I've actually used delete and it deletes everything. And I honestly have no clue what I did wrong. Let's play around in colorization. Now, for those of you that know me, I know absolutely nothing about colorization, except this is the color tab where you're supposed to be able to add colors. I think I'm on the color tab. I don't think we need effects open. Maybe, I don't think you can add effects. I know that. Supposedly, if you drag this in here, it adds an effect. Oh, yeah, see that? Blurred it out. Let's not do that. Let's add color. So let's go down here and find, there's the RGB mixer. I wonder if you have to, I'm going to close the effects node. We don't need that open. I'm going to close the media pool. We don't need that open. I did. There we go. So backspace. Okay, so now, yeah, it auto saves. I forget the time, but it does auto save, Rick. You got to be able to grab something here. I don't think it has to do with an alpha node. And I will be very honest, I don't know anything about the color tab. I know nothing about colorization at all, obviously. Monochrome. Take that away, take that away. Nope, I have no idea. So this is a camera. This is color match, color wheels. Oh, there we go. So I'm not seeing anything change up here. There's got to be something you click. Oh, there we go. I got something now. Okay, so now let's bring this. Oh, my color's changing in that, isn't it? Oh, okay. So my first foray into the colorization page. Just for grins, I'm going to leave that one there. I'm going to bring that one there. And obviously this is for people that know what they're doing and have been doing this a lot longer than the 35.5 seconds I've been doing it. Here we go. We have red bricks. But the problem is we also have a red background. Now, if I take away this alpha node, does that get rid of... Oh, it does. Cool. Look. So if I reconnect the alpha node, I get a background. If I disconnect the alpha node, I get rid of that. So now I have red bricks. I've accomplished something. The sad thing is, at 8 o'clock tonight, I will have forgotten what I just taught myself. Even if I were to take my handy dandy camera right here, which is also known as an iPhone, and take a picture so I could go back and kind of see the settings, like I was on the third icon over and it brings up these wheels and I played around with the wheels, blah, blah, blah. And I hate that. And you can blame Mrs. K for that. She's the one that's got me on the blah, blah, blah tracks. That and the other thing I'm doing a lot lately is when she wants my attention, she goes, hello! Kind of a play on hello. We poke fun back and forth at one another about that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. It is 12:55. That means you've had 25 minutes of daily Davinci debacle. Although we did get something accomplished today. I had never played around in color page other than taking a still. Now, I do that all the time. You make sure the gallery's open. You right-click, grab a still. That works so well. You right-click, grab a still, brings it over here. You right-click. Davinci's rendering something. It may have locked it up. Yep, there we go. See, I get an error. Failed to grab the still to view 0 from track 0, clip 0. Failed to get color corrected still image for track 0 clip. I think there's a problem at track 0. So I'm going to see. Okay, I right click on that, export it. I change it down here to JPEG. It will automatically go to my funnies. That's where I put everything at right now. I hit save. It's done because I'll just save this. It's saved. It's auto saved. We'll jump to D drive. We'll go to OBS, data, funnies, and right there it is. So thank you, Brian. And I sincerely mean thank you. I had not done anything in color page until today. And full disclosure, I probably won't ever do anything in color page again. No, I don't know. I'll look into it. Thank you, Rick Lakes. Thank you, Tony Wallow. Again, Tony, thank you so much for your generous contribution to the channel and the community. I appreciate it. The community will appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Jeff Ryman, Rick Lakes, who I mentioned. Wintermute, thank you. Tony, Bobby Warren with his phone problems. Got to get the clubs clean. I will send out a brief Zoom thing when I'm on the course, and the sun is still shining, so this is great. See you guys tonight, 10:30, Ken Stout Live. Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Thank you, Rick. I hope to have a great afternoon. And again, if you see tears flowing down my face, you know the afternoon sucked. Thanks, guys. Bye for now. And in keeping with the Doug Betts tradition, I'm not going to have my email come across, but I am going to say, I hope that was helpful to someone or useful, whatever he says. Bye.